Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you 4 tips for tomorrow's horse racing action. Now before we get stuck into them, I quickly just want to apologise for not doing a video here on my YouTube channel for the last couple of days. I was busy over the weekend and unfortunately last night I got home a little bit late from work, so I just didn't have the time to put together a video, but apologies for that. But yeah, my last video I did for the weekend racing for Saturday and Sunday wasn't too bad, just came out with a slight loss in the end. Saturday the first few tips were a little bit disappointing, but then Light Refrain was able to collect the place money there with the extra places advertised with Sky Bet at 4 places, so nice to get the little each way return there. But we had a winning nap as well with Danzart, was advertised at 7 to 2 and was well backed throughout the day. Final SP was 2 to 1 in the end, but absolutely hosed up, and that means out of my last 5 naps, 4 of them have won. So the nap form has been pretty good, and I know some of you just back my naps. The other selection I put up to run on Sunday was Joan of Arc in the Irish 1000 guineas. I thought she ran an absolute cracker, but she was just mowed down by her stablemate Empress Josephine in the end, in the hands of Shamey Heffernan. Was weak in the betting that day, actually drifted out to about 9 to 2, but if that horse had won, it would have meant it would have been a really good weekend for us. So kind of just a little bit disappointing in the end, but that's the way it goes. You have your up and down days. Obviously last week was pretty good for us, but at least we've been in good form with the naps, and we've been in fairly decent form for May. So hopefully we can keep on the good form and keep on the good run, especially on the naps front. And like I said at the top of the video, 4 tips for tomorrow's racing, where my attentions are going to be focused into the flat at Beverley and at Hamilton. And Hamilton is where we're going to be going for the first tip, going with a long shot here which runs in the 240. Now again, this isn't going to be the biggest long shot I'm ever going to put up, but I thought George Bowen here was a little bit of a price. Currently available at 13 to 2 with some firms, including the likes of Bet Victor. We know this veteran, he's 9 years old now, he's trained by Richard Fahey, and Paul Hannigan is put for the ride tomorrow, but he's now starting to become incredibly well handicapped. He's now down to a career low mark of 78, and I thought he was just worth a chance there, an each way chance, 0.5 each way, and I think he's got a really good chance of going very close. Now he has been in and out over the last couple of years or so, but last time out was a really encouraging effort where he finished a really good 4th in a decent handicap at Ascot, and I think if he replicates that form tomorrow, I think he's got a very good chance of going very close. He's a previous course and distance winner. You might remember he won over this course and distance in the Scottish Stewards Cup a couple of years ago back in 2018, so it's a track he's done well at in the past. And if the ground continues to dry out, which it should, it's currently described there as good ground at the moment, that will be in his favour. He can handle soft, but he wouldn't want it too testing, but I don't think there's going to be too much rain around at Hamilton tomorrow, so I think there's a lot in his favour. And yeah, I think at a 13 to 2 he's worth an each way punt there. We then stay at Hamilton for my next best of the day, which runs in the 340. A lot of bookmakers haven't missed this one, but I think Celtic Empress tomorrow could be a good thing here off a mark of 68. Currently available at 6 to 4 with bookmakers at the moment, and I'm going to recommend a 1-point win bet for David Nolan and David O'Meara here. And like I said, this horse could be thrown in, I think, off a mark of 68. She was really eye-catching last time out when she just got chinned to finish in 2nd place at Redcar. The winner kind of just had first run on her that day, but if you actually look at the sectional data, she ran the best sectionals in the race, and she was travelling on really strongly at the line, and I think she'll win in this company tomorrow. It doesn't look a particularly strong race to me, and I think this horse will take all the beating. Also as well, what's positive from my point of view is that she's by Golden Horn, and if you know my views on this channel here, you know that I've got a lot of time for the progeny of Golden Horn. Was obviously an unbelievable racehorse, but I've noticed that over the last couple of years since he's been a stallion, I think his horses tend to improve with age, and this filly, obviously she's getting older now, and I think she's going to start to come into her own. So yeah, I think this horse tomorrow's got a really good chance, and yeah, I think we'll take all the beating, and I think she's well up to a mark of 68, so that's why she's going to be my next best. We then go to my nap, which runs at Beverley in the 410, where I'm going with another veteran here, a horse called A Bit of a Quirk, currently available at 5 to 1 with some firms. So Tyler Hurd claiming 5, and he's riding 4 of Mark Wolford's team that are in good form. They've had 3 winners from their last 12 runners, operating at 25% strike rate. Now this horse, he's a bit of a course specialist at Beverley. He's won 6 times here in his career, so it's a track that he obviously adores and does very well at. But he's returned to some good form of late. He won last time out when making all at Leicester, and that isn't always easy to do on that stiff track. It was a good performance by him, just beating Crocio Kimrade, if that's how you pronounce the name of that horse. But he showed a lot of guts and determination that day and got the job done really well. Now what's interesting is that even though he is going to be carrying the £7 penalty tomorrow, he's arguably still feasibly treated off his mark. He's actually won here in the past of higher marks, off a mark of 67. He won at Leicester last time off a mark of 60, so I think he's still fairly well treated, and Tyler Hurd is still able to claim the £5, which I think will be really handy tomorrow. Also as well, what's really positive for him tomorrow is the lack of pace. There's no obvious other front runners in here, so if he can get an easy lead, which I think he can, he might just be hard to peg back. We've seen it time and time again at Beverley over the years that it can be a front runner's paradise, and I think if he can get an easy lead tomorrow, set the fractionals under Tyler Hurd, I think he might be able to stay there come the end. You might remember we had a winner with this way with a horse called Pert Storm a couple of weeks ago, and I could see a similar situation here. The main danger on paper, in my opinion, is the favourite Casilli, but I'd be a little bit worried about the ground described as heavy, which wouldn't suit that horse in my opinion at all. I know she's got a good record at Beverley, and she did win last time out at Ripon when throwing a really good challenge. If you go back and watch the replay, doesn't look like she's going to win. Looks like she's going to fade away, but she showed a good attitude that day. But I'm just concerned about the amount of rain they've had there, whereas a bit of a Quirk can handle a little bit of juice in the ground. So I think there's more in his favour tomorrow, and I think he'll be a tough nut to crack. And I think a 5-1, that's amazing value. I think he should be a lot shorter, and he should be more closely matched in the market with Casilli. So that's why he is going to be my nap tomorrow. We then head back to Hamilton for the 440 with a horse making his handicap debut tomorrow. Going to be an extra tip here where I'm going with a horse called Clansman for PJ McDonald and Jed O'Keefe in the colours of John Dance. Now this horse tomorrow makes his handicap debut off a mark of 63, which I think could look quite lenient in time. He's got a lovely pedigree by Nathaniel, and on the dam side is related to Plenty of Stairs. Has caught the eye on a couple of occasions, being treated not too harshly, just being treated hands and heels, and this horse looks like he's going to really relish stepping up in trip tomorrow. Both his last couple of efforts when he's been tenderly handled have come over the mile, and he steps up tomorrow in trip to the extended 1 mile and 1 furlong, so that's going to really play to his strengths. And I think the stiff finished well as well, and I think of a mark of 63 in this company, I think he's got a really good chance of going very close, and it'd be interesting to watch the market tomorrow. But I think at 9-2, that's not a bad price there, and I'm going to take a chance there as my extra tip of the day with the dirty each way. So they're the 4 tips for tomorrow's horse racing action. If you're still enjoying these videos, remember to hit the subscribe button. We recently reached 3,000 subscribers, so thanks for your support. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do. Also as well, if you like the videos, remember to hit the thumbs up button. Leave your comments in the comments box below. You can follow me on social media on Twitter, where my handle is at LuckyLoader15. And if you want to find out a little bit more about myself, my website address is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. So please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.